6th of August 2025, Realtor Education, not fake news. So just to get you see the very finished product from my this is a vintage tractor that a man wants to show at a show, and this is a reservoir, a fluid reservoir, and the cap got lost. It was taken off at an event and cannot find it, no matter what, even with metal detectors, and they can't be bought. So this is my offering, and this works. This tightens down perfectly. It's just been tested. So essentially you have a piece of flat steel, a big piston of a lorry with a flat top would do too. The piston cannot have a hole down it. If there's a hole down it, it won't work. So I cut out a piece of steel, a ring then made out of a 3-inch pipe. 3-inch like piping, you get it there, steel piping, and then they're brazed. Be very hard to weld it, so a little bit of braze here and there does good. Owl, I think it's 32% silver it'll do, or 16%, anything around that. You don't need too much. So then on the gasket is the bottom two rings cut from a lunchbox, you know, a worker's lunchbox. An old one, right? And this is the piston of a Morris Minor here. Excellent machinability. Can't brag pistons enough for their ability to machine. Now there's two spurs comes down here. See, there's one brazed there, and this is the other. See it there? So they're brazed in again with brass. Plenty of heat, no problem with heat. Then they protrude down here, you see, like that, and then that means this can't spin, because if that can spin, it could lock on the tank and you couldn't get it off. You have to have it that all must come round. Do you understand? All must come round. So what you have then is you have the piston here, you have a spacer here, just two washers, but then you have the two wings. You see them here, and they are made from spring steel, and they're hardened and tempered to good blue. If you don't temper them enough, they'll break. You couldn't just use them hardened. And then you have a nut here, and I had to bring it back. That's just why I'm making the video. The man that wanted a split pin put here, a split pin put in this, because you remember there was a split pin in his. And I just did that and just clenched it like that. Now then you have, this is the most important part. This means that this can be bolted to the tractor or the machine. It's a kind of a tractor. This can be bolted, and therefore if you take it off and forget to put it on, it can't be lost. And that's why that's so important. And you see it can swivel here. Now I got this in here by splitting it with the angle grinder and then filling it up with braze, compressing it and filling it with braze, so there's no need for joints or anything at all. Now a very important thing to understand how it works is you have the bolt down through the center, but you have a spring. Do you see the spring here? See that spring? That is very important, because how it works is I'm here on the window of the workshop for light. This here has to be springable. Wait till I show you, and I'll try and catch it here. Not easy. You see, you have to be capable of lifting this up with spring pressure, right? And I'm going to try and hold this somewhere here. Because I have only one hand, I have to hold one. I can't hold it with the two hands. But this must be fit to spring up. Do you see that? It must be fit to spring up. Not easy. Watch it when I pull it out. See, it goes down. Watch. See that? See, I can't lift it because, well, just try it here now. See that? Do you see it there now? Do you see that? See that? That means that when it's screwed on the tank, there's a sort of a wedge formation. There's two little holes, and these goes down, that you can twist it any way you like. If you twist it all the way, you'll have a lot of pressure on the spring. If you twist it 1/4 of the way, you'll have a nice little pressure. If you twist it 1/3, you'll have just the right pressure. So as it wears, the spring will pick up the slack. Do you understand? And that's the right design. So that's made entirely by me, and I must say it's a good bit. It's great satisfaction to do a thing like that and have this machine. It'd be flying up and showing it off, and people looking at it and they'll not know it was a farmer with cows made it. But it's a great hobby, a wonderful hobby. You're never really bored. You're never really bored. Then there it's there. Of course, you couldn't go without the lathe. It's as simple as that. And then this here, I drilled in with the right drill, and then I went to a narrower drill. The right drill for that, that's 8mm. I think it's 7.2. Well, I went down with the 7.2, but then I went with a 7.5, and it got tighter. And I used the first tap, and then when I went down tight, I kept cutting the bolt off, so that when I went down tight, it got really tight. And that'll do. It'll not come off now at all. Once it's like that, that'll not come off. It's tilted down slightly because the thing it's going to be bolted to is slightly underneath the tank. So all told, a great job. We'll see you back soon. Comment underneath. Vintage Workshop. Good luck.